Hey guys, Fred here from Discovery, and to celebrate Shark Week we've come here to meet with Shark Trust in beautiful Penzance with the hopes of going on a boat trip to find blue sharks. Now unfortunately the weather has turned and we've been told that the likelihood of spotting these sharks is not very high, but we want to go out on the waters and talk all things sharks in UK waters, so let's get going. Hoping to shed a little light on the subject, I was joined by Paul, an expert and managing director of the Shark Trust. So we're a few miles off from Penzance. The ride here was very rough and very choppy and probably not the best conditions to see blue sharks. Is that right?
Yeah, I don't think the way this is, we're not going to see anything today, unfortunately.
That's all right. So what other species are there in UK waters?
So, well, there's a whole range. There's about 50 species, particularly deep water and skates and rays. So everything from your small cat sharks, your smooth hounds, spur dogs, up to the thresher shark, the blue shark, the maker shark, the poor beagle, and the huge great basket shark.
And so we obviously came to find the blue sharks. Could you tell us a bit more about the blue sharks? What do they look like? What do they eat?
Blues, I think they're probably up there in my kind of top 5 sharks. They're beautiful, beautiful animals. I think they're sleek, quite long and slender. They've got beautiful long pectoral fins, big eyes, beautiful blue sheen on them. In the UK, where can you spot the blue sharks? So this part of the world, down in the southwest corner, because we're kind of jutting out into the Atlantic, they are an oceanic species. So this is going to be kind of a good place to see them around, kind of off the coast of Wales as well, in the Celtic Deep. And what food do they eat? They're pretty generous. If you look at their teeth, you can tell from a shark's teeth kind of what their main diet is. And the blue shark's got quite a mixed set of teeth, and they've got some cutting teeth and some sharp teeth for trapping fish. They'll generally eat small fish, squid particularly, they'll eat quite a lot of. And they've been known to feed off carcasses of dead whales, dolphins and so on. So they're quite a generalist. Blue sharks, tell me your best fact about blue sharks. Okay, I think sharks have this reputation of being very slow to reproduce, which is why they run into issues with fisheries and so on. The thing about blue sharks is actually they reproduce relatively quickly, relatively young, and also they can give birth to a lot of pups. So up to 135 has been estimated that a blue shark can give birth to. They can give birth to live young, tiny little pups. And when you spot a shark, or people have this fear about sharks, do they have much to fear about? I'm not sure fear is quite the right word. I mean, sharks are something that, because there's so many different, it's difficult to talk about them as a group. Should you be scared of a cat shark? Absolutely not. But I think sharks are something we have to respect and understand, develop an understanding of them, and know when it's good to be around them and good not to be there, particularly if you're in the water. And what are some of the biggest challenges that the sharks in UK waters face? Well, sharks really, globally, the biggest challenge by far is fisheries, and it's not just all fisheries, it's unmanaged, unsustainable fisheries. So sharks could withstand a certain level of fishery, but they're very slow to reproduce. They give birth to very few young, so generally they're not kind of good at compensating for any fisheries take. And so you work obviously for the Shark Trust. Could you tell us a bit more about your role and the role that Shark Trust plays in shark conservation? Yeah, so my role, I'm the managing director, so that means I kind of get involved with everything. So I get involved with everything from conservation planning, the communication side of what we do, through to the fundraising, engagement with corporates, donors and so on, and the finances. So I get involved with kind of the whole suite of things. The Shark Trust itself, what we do is we're science-based. That's the thing that really kind of That's the thing that defines us. Everything that we do is based around science, and we work at that kind of junction between people and sharks, rays, whatever, and looking at how we can make those relationships better and ensure that we safeguard the future sharks for future generations.
So why is it important to protect our sharks?
Well, there's all sorts of. I can give you all sorts of reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a scientific, ecosystem reason. They're apex predators. A lot of them are apex predators. They perform a role. They've been in the sea for hundreds of millions of years, so they're part of kind of stabilising that system, if you like. But I think for me, it's about that kind of. It's a responsibility for us as humans that we've inherited this earth and these oceans, and as I say, sharks have been in the ocean in one form or another for over 400 million years, and I think we've just got a duty really to pass that on to future generations.
I've learned so much, so thank you very much. And if you want to find out more, head to sharktrust.org to get involved. And I think it's time we head back to shore.
Let's go.